Cheating wife's plan flopped by my quick revenge. Reddit cheating stories. I knew something was wrong the moment my wife, Lena, walked into the living room with that practiced smile, the kind she used only when she was hiding something. After 13 years of marriage, you learn to read your partner like a book. And right then, her pages were shaking. Hey, we need to talk, she said, her voice too calm, too rehearsed. That sentence alone can split a man open. I looked up from my laptop. What's going on? She sat across from me with a sigh, crossing her legs like someone settling in for a negotiation. I think we should take a break. There it was. The sentence every loyal man dreads. But instead of crying or exploding, I felt only a cold wave wash over me. Because deep down, I already knew. Her late nights. Her sudden obsession with the gym. Her new perfume. Her phone turned upside down. Everything had been pointing in the same direction. Still, I asked, quietly, is there someone else? She didn't answer, not verbally. But her eyes flinched. Slightly. Enough. And that was the moment everything shifted. The plan she thought would break me. Over the next hour, the truth dripped out in fragments. She met a coworker, just a friend at first, and things got complicated. She insisted she wasn't in love, but wanted space to figure things out. Translation. She wanted to test drive her affair partner while keeping me as a backup option. Then came the real punch. I think it would be best if you stay at your brother's for a while, she said gently, as if offering me a gift. She wanted me out of my own house. The house I bought. The house I renovated. The house she never paid a cent toward. Her plan was clear: kick me out, bring the guy in, live her fantasy, and decide later if I was worth keeping. But what she didn't know was simple. I already had proof of the affair. A week earlier, our home Wi-Fi had backed up her phone photos onto our shared cloud. One of them was of her kissing a man in the parking lot of her office. She had no idea I'd seen it. She had no idea what I was about to do. The switch, my quick countermove. I stayed calm. Too calm. She mistook it for acceptance. You're right, I said quietly. Maybe space will help. For the first time that evening, she relaxed. Because she thought she had won. But that same night, after she went to bed, I executed my plan. Quick, clean, and completely legal. 1. I gathered financial documents, deeds, bank statements, and insurance information. 2. I forwarded copies to my lawyer, whom I had consulted earlier when the suspicious behavior started. 3. I froze our joint credit cards to prevent her from funding her affair with my money. 4. And then, the next morning, before she woke up, I went to the bank and separated our accounts, something she never expected would happen so quickly. By the time she walked sleepily into the kitchen, I had breakfast cooking like it was any normal day. She smiled, relieved. She had no idea the storm was already rolling in. The moment I turned the tables. 2 days later, after pretending to pack for my stay at my brother's, I asked her to sit down. I've been thinking a lot, I said calmly. She tensed, probably afraid I'd ask for reassurance or beg her to stay, what she wanted, so she could feel powerful. Instead, I placed a folder on the table. What's this? She asked with a frown. Divorce paperwork, I said softly. I'm done. Her face drained of color. What? Why? I thought we were taking space. Space is for couples who are struggling. Not for couples where one person is cheating. Her eyebrows shot up. I'm not cheating. I picked up my phone and opened the photo, the one she thought no one had seen. Her eyes widened in horror. This is not what it looks like, she whispered. I almost laughed. It looks like you kissing your coworker. And that's exactly what it is. She started crying then. Loudly. Dramatically. But I didn't say a word. I just let the truth settle. After a minute, she tried a new approach. Anger. You're overreacting. It was just one kiss. You can't throw away 13 years over one mistake. It wasn't one kiss, I said quietly. I checked your messages. Your calls. Your hotel reservations. Her tears stopped instantly. She looked like she had been slapped. This wasn't supposed to happen, she muttered, staring at the floor. I almost replied, cheating rarely goes according to plan. Her fantasy falls apart. Over the next week, her plan completely collapsed. Her affair partner, who she thought would rush to her side, ghosted her the moment he found out I filed for divorce. Apparently, dating a married woman was fun to him, but committing to a soon-to-be divorced one wasn't. Then she discovered the frozen credit cards. Then the separate bank accounts. Then the lawyer's letters. She begged me to slow down, to think about our memories, to work on things. But I was already gone. Emotionally first. Legally second. She had no idea how fast a wounded but prepared man could move. The final showdown. The last day we spoke in person, she tried one final tactic. She came to me crying, holding her wedding ring in her hand. I lost myself, she whispered. I was stupid. Please, don't throw us away. I looked at her long and hard. You threw us away the moment you kissed someone else. Everything after that was just me cleaning up the mess. She sobbed into her palms. I didn't feel satisfaction. I didn't feel victory. I just felt free. That's the thing about betrayal, it doesn't break you. It reveals who was worth the pain and who wasn't. Epilogue, healing, peace, and a new beginning. The divorce finalized smoothly. I kept the house. I kept my savings. I kept my dignity. She moved into a small apartment across town and, from what I've heard, hasn't dated much since. Apparently, the coworker got transferred, and she was left alone with the consequences of her actions. As for me, I rebuilt my life. Slowly, day by day. I reconnected with old friends. I traveled. I started a small landscaping business. And eventually, after a long time, I opened my heart again, and met someone who values loyalty the way I do. Someone who chooses me every day. Not out of convenience, but out of love.